My name is Mark Tullius. I am an author of horror, sci fi, suspense, nonfiction, and I'm also the creator of the Try Not to Die young adult interactive series. In addition to the writing, I'm the host of the podcast Vicious Whispers with Mark Tullius. Today, I wanted to go over 5 things that have helped me become a successful writer. Everyone's idea of success is different. Mine is to reach as many readers as possible and as wide a range of genres as I can. All right, so let's get into it. The 5 things that I think have helped me become successful as a writer, although I occasionally blame high school and college football and my MMA and boxing unsuccessful careers for lots of my brain health issues. I also credit them with the grit and determination to be successful in writing. I think that has been a huge thing for me, the ability to keep going. Here are 5 things that I hope will help you achieve success in all of your goals. Number 1, nothing comes easy. It is incredibly easy. Well, I shouldn't say it's incredibly easy, but it is so much fun to come up with a brand new idea. I come up with them all the time. Incredibly invigorating, exciting, especially if you're doing it with someone else. I love the act of creating, sitting down, fleshing it out, plotting it out. All that is a lot of work. It's a lot of time. A lot of people don't have what it takes to get through that. And then after that, after you created this wonderful book, after it's been edited, even after it's been published, then you're going to have to market it. So nothing worth having comes easy. It is going to be a lot of work, but if it's what you're passionate about, then it will be worth it. Train, 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 train. If I had a fight coming up, I would train my ass off because I didn't want to get my ass kicked. Now that didn't always work, but the more you train, the better prepared you're going to be. Some people say they don't have time to train. In this case, I'm talking about writing, thinking, creating as training. Many people say they don't have that time. I would say, please let me see how much time you spend watching TV, scrolling, listening to podcasts, other stuff. And maybe your time is very limited. I'm very fortunate. I have more time than the average person. I'm very lucky. But I also carry around my notepad with me everywhere. Anywhere I go, and you don't need a notepad. I'm just old. But a lot of, use your phone, record it. Anywhere I go, though, I have this so I can write down notes. I take my edited papers everywhere I go so I can work on them. Even if I only have 5 minutes, 10 minutes. If I'm taking the kids somewhere or got to pick them up from school, there's like a 5 or 10 minute window. Sometimes it might feel a little foolish to even bother. It's like, what am I going to do in 5 minutes? But it might be a cool character description, it might be dialogue, might be whatever. Those moments, those minutes add up. Not only do they add up, but you've been thinking about this story, it's been marinating. By the time you get to the desk, you're going to be able to knock out a lot. Work the brain and the body. This is something I let slide for a while. I was a stay-at-home dad, had my daughter, stopped working out, got overweight. Fortunately, I found Unlocking the Cage. That was a project where I went around the country, I worked out with fighters, interviewed them, got back in shape, found jujitsu, got me feeling so much better. And that really taught me a lot. Overall health is huge. If you want your mind to work well, you need to exercise, eat, and sleep well. Super important. If you're not doing those things, you can't expect for your brain to be functioning at full speed. And what do you think is going to be doing the writing? So I think that's huge. Maybe you don't have a very active lifestyle, but if you're sitting at home like I am throughout the day writing, you can get up more often, walk a little bit. Sometimes when I come in here, I'll jump on my TRX and just do a couple sets of something. You could do pull ups, you could do some push ups, you can stretch. I think it's just good to get up, move around, something like that. And then thanks to my TBI or CTE book, where I had to look at traumatic brain injuries and what kind of shape my brain was in, I realized the importance of learning another language. So I play around with German a lot. And I'm also teaching myself guitar. Again, something else that has worked my brain in a different way. I find that after taking those kinds of breaks, I'll come back ready for the next writing session. Number 4, roll with the punches and get back up if you're knocked down. Much easier said than done. It can be devastating to have, as you've probably seen on TikTok, where authors are crying about having no one at their readings. Yeah, it can be incredibly sad, especially starting out. Man, I've been there where people just don't care about your book. There are so many books out there. Why should they care about yours? You might go through a lot of negative stuff. You might get negative reviews, poor sales, being different emotional states. Writing is not easy, but again, if you want to be successful at it, if it's important to you, then you just keep getting back up and you just keep going for it and write the next thing. Last thing, accept help from coaches and teammates. I know when I started writing, I thought of everyone as competition, right? It's your book and then there's everyone else's book. That is far from it. I also didn't think I needed help. Didn't think I needed a coach. Didn't know how much I needed an editor. Starting out, writing classes, mentors, and critiques are huge. Those were awesome, not only for lowering the ego and letting you know, like, oh, yeah, you're not as great as you think you are. That was definitely a problem I had, but it's just going to improve your work. And the more you can read other people's work, the more it's going to help your work. So it is awesome to be able to work with others like that. For me, I took it to another level by doing all these collaborations, the Try Not to Dies, and some of the other projects I have where I collaborate with co authors. That's amazing. I'm able to do so much more because I am working with these other people. I'm able to write stories that I never would, especially ones like Trying to Die at Ghostland. That's Duncan Ralston's trilogy. We did a Try Not to Die set in his world. That was amazing. I'm going to do several more like that with other authors where I'm going to take my Try Not to Die series into their world, something I just could not do on my own. So, being able to create with other people, not only do I love the creative part of working with other authors, but also but it's also great to have someone to talk to, someone that knows what it's like to want to spend all this time in a very solitary environment creating something by yourself. But thanks to all those co-authors, I'm going to be able to have 20 to 25 books in the series within the next 5 years. That is amazing. Something I could not have done on my own. And I know that is going to be a huge key to my success. All right, guys. Hope this helps. Best of luck with your writing and reaching all your goals.